Well, welcome to your English Language Paper 1 mock response materials. Here we're looking at section A, question 3. Now this is the structure question, it's 8 marks, and for some reason students find this very difficult indeed, to the point that some people don't actually get onto it. However, hopefully I'm going to give you a bit of a technique whereby you can approach this in a clear and confident manner. See what you think. So you can see the type of question that you will get. You'll now need to think about the whole of the source. This text is from the middle of a novel. How has the writer structured the text to interest you as a reader? You can write about what the writer focuses your attention on at the beginning of the source, how and why the writer changes the focus as the source develops, any other structural features that interest you. Now note, it does not ask you about writer's methods nor language, and that is where some people come unstuck. They just write another language analysis again, but they don't get any marks because it's not a language paper. You can see again on the side of the screen, you can see I've highlighted that word effect, and the way to deal with this question is to think about, okay, what is the effect of your attention, your focus being on anything in a source? Why has the reader pinpointed you there? So I'm going to give you a bit of an approach now and see what you think of that. So my first bit of advice for you is to think like a film director. Film directors, they focus your attention obviously in a more visible, kind of obvious way, but writers do this as well. They do it for effect. You know, if they want you to fulfill suspense and tension or nervousness or things such as that, fine. What do they focus on? That's the way to think about it. Think like a film director. The second thing is make a comment at the start and the middle and the end. Why does the reader focus your attention on whatever is at the start? Why does it change to the middle? And why does it change to whatever is at the end? They do it for a reason. They don't just write this kind of off the top of their heads. And structure is something that is crucial to any text's success. But the most important thing, you have to talk about the effects. What are the effects of that at any given point in a text? And remember, this is not a language question. You're not talking about metaphors, similes, all that sort of stuff. You are looking at structure, why something comes first, second, or third. So this is how I have planned things. I've got the source, the whole source there on one side of the screen, and I've got the three things that I'm going to say. So the first thing right at the top there is, of course, the writer focuses our attention on the shocking and provocative facts about the hyena, and does that at the start of this text. And the reason for that is it creates suspense and tension, because those facts make the hyena a real threat, very dangerous. It creates suspense and tension. We know that they're clever. We know that they are attackers. We know that they never give up. They might be ruthless. They might be clinical killers. So at the start of the text, the effect of that and focusing our attention is to see the danger, that is there. Then in the middle of the text, we see that unpredictability and volatility of the hyena. And what that does, it amplifies the danger. We don't know what this hyena is going to do next. It acts in a very strange manner. It's out of control. It's wild. It's chaotic. And the writer focuses our attention there because that heightens the suspense and tension. However, at the end, when we see the hyena abruptly vomiting, we get that sense of anticlimax because we thought this hyena was going to be a danger, and it's not at all in any way, and it creates that sense of anticlimax through that abruptly vomiting aspect, and we can see that this thing is actually just vulnerable. So what the writer does is builds up that suspense and tension, and then hits us with a sense of anticlimax where this thing we expect to be a killer is actually not at all. It's a brilliant piece of writing and structurally really sound and really memorable. So let me take you through what an answer might look like. Let's go to that first paragraph. At the start of the text, it seems the writer wishes to provide the reader with facts about hyenas. We are told many in succession. Hunters, they attack and they are clever. In focusing our attention on this information that makes the reader think, feel and imagine that the animal is a threat to Pi, creating suspense and tension. The fact that there is a continuous list of these words about the threats of the hyena serves to intensify the notion of the hyena's potential. These potentially shocking pieces of information help the reader to understand that the narrator is in danger. So there I've spoken about what the focus is on and why it's there, what the effects are. Let's move on. The writer then changes the focus to the unpredictability of the hyena and its actions. Ran in circles, made the noise yip yip yip. Very clearly the reader's fear of the hyena is amplified with these actions as they are volatile, chaotic and confusing. At this stage, readers may expect the hyena to attack or to injure the narrator, further heightening the tension. This section is clearly used to amplify and intensify the potential threat of the hyena, making the reader think, feel and imagine this is a moment of peril for the narrator. And my final paragraph. However, the final part of the text provides the reader with a sense of anticlimax. Instead of attacking and being a dominant and predatory animal, the writer focuses on the weakness of the hyena where it abruptly vomits. The anticlimactic effect is when the reader imagines and feels that the hyena is no longer, nor never was, a threat to Pi. The transition from this being a dangerously thrilling text to one that's almost comic makes the text successfully memorable and engaging. So you can see there, I hope, how the writer focuses on particular areas. We talk about the effects and why that potentially is, and we go on from the start, middle to the end. So that hopefully gives you a sense of the types of things you should be doing in a question 3. Good luck.